whenever, wherever.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening right now.
300 years ago, the cataclysm brought ruin to the world of Kryn. In a single day, an age of wonders came to an end. Countless innocents died, the face of the world was reshaped, and the gods themselves faded into legend. Through ages of struggle, the people of Kryn survived, but the world is not what it was. Those nations that remain linger in the shadows of their ancestors' wonder. Only slowly have they begun to push back centuries of darkness and rediscover how the world was changed. Then came the dragon armies, legions of soldiers devoted to the wicked god Takesis, the Dragon Queen, and the world faces ruin once more. The War of the Lance has begun, and in a conflict between gods and dragons, a wounded world hangs in the balance. In our last session, after the party succeeded in assaulting the Silver Draconian that had been terrorizing the city, the adventurers were greeted by Mayor Raven and a small group of townsfolk. Mayor Raven asked the party to investigate the whereabouts of Becklin Uthviharan and Cudgel Ironsmile. They had left to find clues about the murders of Cudgel's men. Our previous session revealed an ominous interaction between a woman dressed in red, a presumably high-ranking Draconian, and the shady Solamnic Knights via Faraday's video hologram. The most notable portions of the back and forth lead you to believe a handful of things. These Solamnic Knights appear to be held in some form of regard, but are surely under the command of the enemy. They've been tasked with aiding a new ally, the Dark Queen. 2. There appeared to be a power struggle between the woman in red and the Draconian. With their banter, their back and forth, their subtleties, you could glean that there's some sort of conflict between these two. The woman in red was told that her orders are to meet Gregoris at High Hill, which is coincidentally the destination of the party. Now, upon arriving at High Hill, the party scouted 2 dragon army members and a human race and a massive half-ogre. Accompanying them was the woman in red. Amongst them as well, bound and captured, was Becklin Uthviharan, Cudgel Ironsmile, and a meek member of the townsfolk. As the meek human was tossed to the ground, and Gregoris, the half-ogre, former member of Cudgel Ironsmile's band of mercenaries, ready to sever the head directly from the neck of this poor, lowly human, Tarlin and Calixto rushed to his aid. They said, "Not on our watch." But that was when a gust of wind, with the force of a typhoon, sent them all reeling, and a massive wall of flame ensnared the entire group. Before them, a talon perched on a stone wall, scaly terror glared at you. This was a real, live, talking red dragon. The beast introduced herself as Ignia and attempted to strike a bargain with the party. Ignia entreated the party to invoke the surrender of Vogler. The townsfolk, their structure, and their general livelihoods could remain intact if they pledged unyielding loyalty to the army of Takesis, goddess of Kryn. However, Ignia blames the city for the death of Cudgel's men, many of whom had devoted themselves to the will of the army and planned to betray Vogler. Cudgel professed innocence, and before you stands a half-ogre that ranks second in terror only to the ominous red dragon who eagerly watches. There's a beat of silence, as only the roaring flames surrounding you can be heard. "In the name of Queen Takesis, I pledge the following." As this scaled monster, with flames billowing behind her, smoke slowly starts pouring into your vicinity. "Mortals of Vogler, Gregoris, loyal members of our ranks, I and Ignia, in the name of Queen Takesis, I pledge you. I am the cacophony of that which swelters, born from the chaos's breath out of shell and combustion. Whomever is standing will serve my queen's cause, willing or not, one way or another, be it the vengeful Gregoris or the so-called saviors of Vogler. We have filled many graves, that of humans, elves, and dwarfs, and kinder alike. More will soon follow. You may dig, or you may be dug for. But should you falter today, surrounded by the walls of my incantations, you will stain the soil with your putrid mortal blood. Alright, and this is where everyone is positioned currently on the map. Gregorus, the half-ogre, looks intently at Cudgel Ironsmile, and he readies his giant great axe, and you can see flashes of the fire's reflection in his blade as he snarls. The two soldiers of the dragon army, are also poised and prepared to strike. Now, Aethelflid, you and Faraday are close to the edge of the flames. You are currently in a reasonably safe location compared to Calixto and Tarlin. Tarlin, you have invoked the wrath of this dragon, and while you would be dispatched as if it were child's play, you stood up to this dragon. You were defiant and made your will known that you would not surrender to this dragon, nor would you be any part of her ambition, nor the ambition of the dragon army. There is no combat as of yet. Is there anything you would like to do, knowing that you would be plunged into darkness?
So we're facing down this ogre. That's basically, we have to fight this ogre now instead of the dragon.
If it makes you feel any better, he's only a half ogre.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I'm just making sure. No, I'm just making sure I'm getting it right. I apologize.
Are we? Yeah,
so
that actually sounds a little. Are we fighting the ogre, or are we being addressed by the dragon?
You have just been addressed by the dragon. You can see the murderous intent in the half-ogre's eyes as he stares down Cudgel Ironsmile, his former leader. Becklin is currently shaking. She has not drawn her blade as of yet, and you can see a look of terror on her face. The dragon soldiers, they look pretty chill at the moment, but they are, like, it's almost concerning because they've clearly seen this dragon before. They're not surprised by what you are all witnessing. The situation is quite dire, and you have no reason to believe that you might escape this with your lives. This could be your final moments on Earth. Choose them wisely. Is there anything you would like to do?
So Tarlin just has his spell book kind of in his hand, and has all of his notes of everything, all of the various burial rites he's studied, cataloged, and even performed over his years. He's, intimately familiar with the cycle of life and death. He's seen so many folks die in so many different ways. He knows burning alive isn't a great one, but it is what it is.
It'll be quick.
He kind of steps forward and puts a hand on Becklin's shoulder and just stands resolute, not like defiant, but resigned to whatever happens here.
Oh shit.
So which one's Becklin? Let me see.
So Becklin, if I can remember how peeing, that would be good, is going to be right here. So her token is on the map currently.
Okay. But yeah, basically just gonna walk up to our allies and just put a supportive hand on their shoulder and just step forward.
Would anyone else like to do anything? You are certainly under the impression that you don't have a long time to act, but you have the ability to converse, you have the ability to buff, ready yourself, maybe come up with some quick strategy. If there was something that you wanted to do, certainly you have a sliver of time in which you could possibly do that.
Tarlin, are you certain about this? We could always maneuver out of this. I'm saying this like quietly because I don't want these fucking soldiers to like jump us, you know.
He kind of
here.
Tarlin looks over at just he looks over and just friend a man who compromises in front of his own end. He just kind of trails off and just looks over at the ogre, who's whatever happens here happens. If it is me that loses my life, so be it.
How does Apelflit feel about all this?
Wait, whom?
You?
Apelflit?
Oh. She's probably greatly annoyed, to be honest. She's probably been rummaging through, like, her bags, going through all her items, trying to find something that would be of benefit to the situation, but she's just, like, listening to Tarlin talk, and she's just, like, feeling hopeless, so she is irritated, thinking, she's trying to, like, rack her brain, like, well, what can we do? Like, we just have to lie, don't we? Just say we'll pledge loyalty by its time, right? Like, can't we just lie to it?
I agree.
He kind of.
Are you?
Tarlin, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, are you so intent on adhering to your principles even in this moment?
Tarlin just smiles a little bit. And if in death we don't adhere to our principles, what are we?
Alive, my friend.
Yeah, look, you might want to die, but none of the rest of us do, so how do we get out of this?
Oh, I don't want to die.
How do we get them out of this? Sort of gesturing to the others.
Sacrifice? I'm joking.
He kind of looks at the ogre. I say we make this amusing for the dragon, and do some showy things to this ogre.
So is the ogre our enemy? Is that what I was understanding earlier?
Yes, you've been told that you would be basically been pitted against this ogre in a death match.
Hmm.
Oh shit! All of us, or just the people who don't agree?
Well, sorry for not being clear enough. You basically have a life or death situation, and that actually goes back to last session where she stated that she wanted you to go to the city. She wanted you to convince the citizens to surrender to the dragon army. But she said that because the city was responsible for the death of 50 of Takisis's soldiers, that she had to basically not let you guys get off too light. And she has decided that either you will approach the city and convince them that they should surrender, or all of your heads would be carried there in a form of psychological warfare to convince them to surrender. And then Tarlin was defiant and said that was not fucking happening. And then she decided that you would all be pitted against Gregorius.
So, like, typically, I'm trying to think. Like, what would be the best way to insult an orc? Because I know orcish, so I was thinking of antagonizing him verbally.
That's a good question. He is half ogre, but we'll say that applies.
Could I do a quick timeout just to do a temp check?
Sure.
Is Tarlin cool if Tarlin actually dies?
I mean, he doesn't like want to die, and he's gonna fight. But like,
if
he dies, he dies.
Is Eddie cool if Tarlin dies? Is really what I'm asking.
I mean, I'll be sad, but I'll make another character if I have to.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
Okay. All right.
It's not that big a deal. I am okay with my character dying for story purposes if it needs to.
Okay.
Anyway.
Nobody's died yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's died yet.
Yeah, you check it. I get you checking the temperature, and no, I ain't mad about whatever happens today. I'm having fun.
Heard. Okay, then yeah, I fucking agree. If we're being pitted against this half ogre here, who's like leering at us, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did the queen tell us what would happen if we beat the ogre? Like, do we get to just walk away?
That's a good question that I don't believe has either been asked or answered.
Oh god, how far away is the dragon? Oh Jesus, pretty far away.
You could get there in 2 rounds.
All right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for like what we should do about this. The situation seems so grim. I guess first we should do something about this half ogre.
Yep.
If we have to fight, we can, but I think we should just lie to the dragon and say we'll convince the town, but we need like a week or something.
Ooh, stall for time. I love that idea.
I mean, I think it's a little too late for that.
If we say we'll pledge loyalty, they want us alive, remember? They said it was more to their benefit.
Yeah, I think I had already agreed to the dragon's plan, and then Tarlin came after me and was like, nah.
Because they want to know who killed their people.
Yeah.
We're both looking for the same people. So we could also try to convince her that would benefit her to keep us alive. Because maybe instead of convincing the town, we could help her figure out who killed her people.
Yeah, maybe we could make a deal with this thing. Y'all want to give that a shot? Or do y'all want to kill this thing first? Maybe we should demonstrate our prowess and then make a deal.
Ooh. Right? Like you thought your warrior's tough shit. Look, we just fucked them up. Now, let us go help you.
Do you have your Faraday token out on the board, by the way?
Faraday should be out. I just couldn't. Hold on. I tried to drag and drop the dude, but he doesn't come out.
He doesn't want to. It's too hot.
He's stuck in the loop. Faraday should be out, but I can't get the document.
I feel that.
Right, I keep forgetting I have a message with this character, but...
Alright. Well, is there anything else y'all want to do? Or should we sort of tell this dragon, hey, we want to make a statement? And bargain, maybe?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the dragon would probably listen more if we killed its lackey, but we also might upset it more. I don't know.
Can I make an insight check? Ooh. Can I make a religion check? What? Possibly, I guess. What I would like to do, really, is I want to see what do I know about what Takesis values.
Ooh, okay. So you want to roll a religion check for that?
Whatever you deem is appropriate.
Roll religion. Or history. Whichever you prefer.
I am equally bad at both. I'll roll history.
Okay. So what exactly are you trying to understand? Takesis' desires? Motivations?
What do they respect? Do they respect strength? That's kind of what I'm on to. Is like
Might is right.
Might is right.
And unyielding loyalty. Chain of command, unyielding loyalty. However, they appreciate ambition. They do not like slackers. They want people who are engaged and passionate. And might is right.
Okay. Does anyone want to address the dragon before we do anything here? I share this with the group, right?
I probably shouldn't.
From what I know about Takesis and her army, they seem to respect strength.
Like I said, I probably shouldn't just because they mad at me. This ogre dude just about to.
Aethelflaed, anything you want to declare to the dragon here?
Declare to the dragon? I mean, not in front of the others, no.
So.
Not in front of the others, fair enough.
No.
Okay.
Like, she might talk to the dragon, but at this point, it's just like, hey, you should let us live. Like, I think she would be on board again with, yeah, I'll line to it. We'll swear loyalty, but give us time. And then figuring out a way to friggin'...
Hey, DM?
Yes.
So, while we're standing there, Tarlin reaches into his bag and pulls out something he hadn't pulled out yet, and it is a large let me see, full moon Solinari holy symbol.
I thought you said full nude for a second. I was like, whoa. It's
full
my last
moon.
day on Earth. Fuck it.
Yeah, right. I have tasteful full nudes for sale. No. Only fan. No. It is a full moon holy symbol for Solinari.
Okay. I like that. So one thing I did not do in our last session that I regretted after the fact, I did not give you inspiration for your cool stare down with the dragon. So I'd like to give you a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
And yeah, you certainly can do that. You're not trying to be sneaky, right? There's no reason to be.
Nope.
Okay.
I have my my spell book in one hand and this large Solinari holy symbol in my other hand.
Ethelflaed is gonna nudge Calixto a little bit and be like, boy, are you thinking we should kill this ugly son of a biscuit, or maybe, I don't know, I think lying to it might work. What do you think?
I agree.
Also, what is he doing?
What is the ogre? They're patient.
No, Tarlin. She was pointing at Tarlin for the second part.
Oh. Yeah, what are you doing with your symbol? What is that, Tarlin?
He shows them the holy symbol. He's wearing his light robes. So he just shows them the holy symbol. It matches my order.
Okay. Alright. So what I am going to do then is I'm going to sort of take a few steps forward here, and then I'm going to say, very well. And I sort of draw my rapier, and I say, I accept your terms, beast, even if my compatriot does not. If you would see our blood spilled, then we will at least demonstrate our strength. You would know who it is that you command. And then I turn and square her up with this fucking ogre here.
Roll persuasion.
He said, not really too keen on dying. Damn, nice.
Okay. So you don't have to roll insight. What you realize as you deliver these lines, because you're looking very intently, is you see a little gleam, and you're not entirely certain, but you think that Igmia might have curled her lip just a little bit, perhaps in gratitude.
Or we fell into her trap.
Yeah, maybe. We're basically just saying, like, fine, you can manipulate us.
Kind of a little bit. It's okay.
We're gonna kill this guy because we're mad at it, but fine.
You, what is your name, Salonic Knight?
I am Calixto Carlias, descendant of the Bright Blade clan. And I draw the Bright Blade.
Ah, disgusting.
What of it, beast?
Salonic Knight, Bright Blade. She sniffs in the air. You smell like an enemy.
Any respectable foe is an enemy, dragon. Surely Takesis and her knights know this.
And you would be that foe.
I would be worthy of one.
Prove it to me. Prove me your strength. You think you can best this beast of a half-ogre, my 2 loyal knights? The 5 of you?
I do. I will.
You there. And you see a talon pointed directly at you, Aethelflaed. You sure are quiet. Where do you stand in all of this?
Stand in the path that innovates and keeps me alive. I don't know this town much, and though I don't wish to see them burn, I don't particularly hold any loyalty towards them either. Now, you seem quite magnificent. I think we could be of use to you because we're looking for, it sounds like, similar people. I think keeping us alive would be mutually beneficial to you.
Keeping you alive might be, yes. Roll persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay, 2 secs. Persuasion. Let's see what I have. Ooh. Yep.
Okay. If I let you live, what will you all do for me? All of you.
You want your name spread, don't you?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if you've heard, but we're making a name for ourselves among the common folk, becoming quite the heroes. And you know what they do about heroes? They spread a song. They talk about us. If we let us live, and we, she kind of like shrugs her shoulders and like looks around like, fuck. You know, work for you, partners and all. I think your influence would spread as well, in your name. We could go across the land spreading it in ways that you couldn't.
You could, yes. You could. And you defiant one. And she points a claw over at you, Tarlin. We have a fighter. We have an ally. Would you turn on your compatriots for me?
He looks around at everybody. Never.
What if I required a tribute for you to walk away on your own power?
He just thinks for a moment and just kind of looks over at the ogre. I'm sure you will get your pound of flesh at the end of the day.
Yes, I will. But I require only one thing. The head of at least one Solamnic knight. And the claw now points at Becklin with the heart. I want her head. You give Gregoris cudgel. And give me the head of Becklin. Carry it into the city. Tell them of our might, our numbers. Make them stand down. Surely someone of your regard could do that for me.
He kind of looks up at you, looks up at the dragon, and he kind of holds up his holy symbol and says, "Now, why ever would I do that? I plan to give you his head at the end of the day." And he points at the ogre. What you do with it is your will.
And you're able to see the same kind of snarl. There's an element of appreciation, despite the defiance, which kind of strikes you as strange. You thought you were going to get roasted, but the dragon seems to almost respect this answer. Warrior, answer me this. Do you fear? She looks at you, Calixto.
Yes, I fear. But I stand steadfast.
Would you kill him, this defiant one, in honor of my queen? What about her?
I would not. I would not repay my own in blood.
I see. And you want a challenge, do you? You want to show your strength, do you?
I await their... Let them continue. Indeed, I do.
And what about you? She points to Aethelflaed. Would you kill any of them? Would you do that for me? In good faith?
So it's like the night lady that we helped earlier, and then she was asking if I would kill either that woman Tarlin or
Calixto.
this guy?
Cudgel Ironsmile is certainly there. Well, there is also the townsfolk. The
But
townsfolk.
yeah, like, is she asking me to kill specifically somebody here, anybody, or like someone specific?
It almost feels intentionally vague, but you get the impression that she's testing you. She wants to test your loyalty.
I think I could kill for you, but I don't think I would kill anyone here. My specialties lay more in the masses, if you will. My design of killing is by machine, and then she kind of points to Faraday. So, would I kill for you? Yes, but would I kill any of these folks? And she kind of looks at them. She goes, no, I think we would find more use of them alive. They've witnessed firsthand your terrors. They could be used magnificently.
Gregorus, you were right. Very well. I will give you your fight. We will see who survives this, and then I'll decide what to do with you. But first, let's up the ante a little. And the dragon soldiers. One is very close to you, Calixto. The other one's a little further away, closer to Tarlin and Becklin. They start to cough. And then they look at the dragon confusedly. And the dragon, Ignia, just kind of grins. They cough some more. And you start to notice that there is smoke that is emitting from their throats. And they kind of kneel over. And what was just an uncomfortable cough turns into hacking. And then you notice smoke begins to billow out of their throats.
Are they supposed to do that?
Can I step in and shank it while it's hacking?
Yes, you can.
While it's caught in this unprepared state.
Yes, roll with advantage.
Ooh. I'm gonna make this a... Well... Yeah, I'll just do a fucking attack.
For a split second, I did consider murdering that random townsperson, but, you know.
21.
Nice. Okay, 21 definitely hits. And we're going to say he's prone. So let's consider this a crit.
Oh, holy shit. Okay, well, I'm definitely making this a sneak attack. So,
For sure.
How are we doing crits? Crits are rerolls?
Double damage.
Oh, double damage. Okay. So in that case, that would be 24 damage.
24 damage. Okay. So, Calixto, you're stabbing this well-clad soldier. He's covered head to toe in armor, but you know the vital places to hit. And as you do, you plunge your rapier deep into the lung of this dragon soldier. And he just kind of stares up as he just keeps coughing. Smoke keeps erupting from him. And as you pull your rapier back, you can see smoke is billowing from his lung that was punctured. He begins shaking. His eyes, you can tell, are turning redder and redder. Smoke explodes from his throat. You look over and you see the other dragon soldier. He falls to he falls face down. Smoke continues to billow, and it's all heading towards Gregorus. These little smoky wafts that turn into big clouds and are now heading towards the half-ogre.
Can I go to the one that's face down and cast gentle repose? Maybe? Is he already dead?
He is certainly, we will say, dead.
Is this
Okay,
Gregor's in the center?
That guy is just cowering in fear. He's a townsfolk. He is one of the reasons that you guys are engaged in combat. What's that?
Who's Gregor's?
He is the half ogre right here.
Gregor's.
But it's okay, yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Can
you guys might not be able to see the names, huh?
We cannot.
No. No, we can't.
Oh, that's important to know. Okay.
That's why I didn't know where we were, honestly.
Oh no. Okay. Well, that's good context.
Okay.
I've got that in the future. Okay.
Let's see.
So the life fades out of the stabbed soldier. Smoke begins to form around Gregor's. And it begins to take a form. Almost looks humanoid in a sense, but it's not quite the form of a human. It's almost like a little living cloud. And it populates right here in front of Gregor's.
Can I use a Arcana check to determine what it is?
You certainly can.
It's a 19.
You are quite aware of the fact, having read many books of legends and lore, and while you had not seen any conclusive evidence that these creatures existed, you have heard of tall tales and legends of creatures made of billowing smoke that take form and are quite dangerous.
Okay. I move to Tarlin and cast a quick protection from good and evil elementals on him. And I can post that.
You cast that on who, Tarlin?
I'm sorry, not Tarlin. Tarlin. Callisto.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
I cast protection from good and evil elementals on Callisto.
Okay.
So that's
So it's worth mentioning, you see no signs of life from either of the Dragon Army soldiers.
Yeah.
See this intimidating smoke-looking creature in front of this half-ogre. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, so they both just died to like produce the smoke elemental? Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool, right? That's a cool ability. I like that.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry.
It reminds me of Magic, where it's like you sacrifice 2 cards to like do something or whatever.
Yeah, right. Black mana. This isn't a red dragon. It's a red-black dragon. That's for you, Matt. Just for you.
Nice.
I don't know. Actually, I was going to say red does have just mono red has some abilities like that. I could see that happening. Oh, wow.
That hurts.
That does hurt pretty bad. Ow.
Quick question before we just start battling. So shield says like on a reaction I can only activate it. So does it immediately add the +5?
Yes.
My AC when I get hit, or does it only apply for the next turn?
No, it definitely applies for that particular... So, like, let's say somebody swings on you. You can just say, I cast a shield, and you get that +5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure the nuance is there.
And I feel like, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong...
Until the start of your next turn. It does last until the start of your next turn, including against the triggering attack.
I feel like you can also be told whether it succeeds or not beforehand, but I'm not.
It doesn't say anything specifically about that.
Okay.
It just says that I use it as a reaction or against magic missile, and then it adds +5 AC to the start of my next or the end of the next turn, and that's all it really says.
Okay, so we can say that if somebody lands a hit on you, you can use shield right then. Just say like, I cast shield, and you can know the outcome of whether or not it hits or misses ahead of time. It's like the opposite of lucky, where you're not really supposed to know if it succeeds or not, I think. But okay, so we have our...
Tarlin, can I shout to Becklin and the others to get behind us?
You can.
Okay, yeah, that's yeah. It was he does kind of motion to them to move away because that's them standing between us and the ogre, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. They're
Well,
certainly...
I had mentioned I had touched a shoulder for Becklin, so if I would have been over there next to them anyway.
That
Oh, okay. But yeah.
Okay. So you can hear the crackling flames around you. You see this snarling dragon. You guys realize that you're involved in a conflict that will change everything. You've been tasked with making an entire city stand down to what is very clearly a morally ambiguous army. There's a lot on your plate right now, and you're in this scary, crazy death battle. You're seeing magic on a level you've never seen before. Now, you've seen Carlin do these really cool things, borderline miracles. But what you just witnessed, watching these two bodies emit smoke that turns into a creature that can possibly kill you, is startling. You understand the gravity of your situation. And that this isn't just a matter of you winning this fight and surviving to another day. You realize that tomorrow is not going to be good. The day after that's not going to be good. Your lives have changed forever. And as you notice these things, you can slowly hear the flames kind of muffle. And while Igni had been making these noises, snarls and kind of moving around, you don't hear anything anymore. And slowly, for all three of you, your eyes are now covered in darkness.
Like magical darkness?
Oh shit, we're blind.
Because I can see in the dark, but...
So Calixto.
Sorry.
All senses are now gone. You can't hear anything, you can't see anything. But you feel at ease. You're not really sure why. It seems confusing. It's almost like you're in a vacuum, but you feel safe. Instantly, you can see again. The flames around you have turned into black thorns. And standing before you is this majestic creature with bullhorns. Looks to be a minotaur, but because of the ornate armor, you're not entirely certain. This is armor like you've never seen. It's the richest, most intricate, most stunning armor you've ever seen in your entire life. This creature before you kind of erupts a breath from his nostril. Tell me, what wins a war?
The death of your enemies.
It's just Calixto in the scene.
I know.
What inspires victory?
Presence.
Presence. Presence inspires victory. Tell me how.
Without presence, one can inspire no one. Presence is one's will exerted on the world around them.
Curious answer. Most people, they say swords, or they say magic. You say presence. I was right. What do you fear?
What do I fear? What do I fear?
Character development, go.
I fear failure. I cannot fail. That which I seek is the most important thing there can be. And I will never stop.
Endurance. To avoid failure, power and presence. Very well. And with that, the world around you turns back to darkness. Now, Aethelfoot, you've also lost all of your senses. You've lost sight and sound. Can't even smell the smoke that was billowing around you because of the fire. You hear something you've heard before. It's a hammer on an anvil. Grows louder. Grows louder. And then you can hear flames, but they're different. It's the fire from an anvil. You can't mistake that sound. You can hear crackling wood. It's almost like you can smell the smoke of that anvil. And you see something larger than you can imagine, almost like a mountain, at this anvil, raising a hammer and crashing it down. You're surrounded by field. It's a brisk wind, and it's carrying the smoke down the hill, the smoke from the anvil. It's refreshing. You see an entity turn around as soon as you arrive. His hair is the fire of an anvil. His beard long and also looks like flame, and he too wears insanely ornate armor. Hey, who are you? Billows this loud voice.
Flood looks like around herself, then up at the. I'm assuming he's like a giant. You said giant entity.
Yes.
Me.
Well, yeah, I don't see anyone else around here.
Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? Do you know your hair's on fire?
Well, yeah, it's always done this. It's the flame of ambition.
That's really cool. Does your hair just do that? Or is it something in your helmet that like perhaps turns out the fire? Were you wearing something that dampens it so you don't burn? Or is it just because you're magical that the fire doesn't hurt you?
I think it's
Right.
safe to say I'm magical.
Drat, yes. One of the hardest things to explain through science.
You sure are a curious one. You see things from a practical perspective.
I would say quite dead adventure. It's probably in the nature of any person passionate of knowledge and creation. I mean, you don't make anything or get anywhere without asking questions and trying to imagine the unimaginable. Who are you? Where am I?
Oh, I'm just an old blacksmith, and don't worry about me. I'm just wondering, where'd you get that hammer from?
He kind of points to the hammer given to you by Duke and Redbeard.
Aethelflaed looks down and just stares because she doesn't know when the hammer got into her hand, but she's definitely holding it and looking down at it. I happened across this rather talented dwarven fellow, and he was so intrigued by and she looks to where Ferdo would normally be standing behind her, and I don't know if he's there, but she just reactively looks. He was intrigued by my metal companion and my steel defender, and gifted this to me. I believe
You
his
must.
name. What was his name? Shite.
Duke and Redbeard.
Yeah, that red-beard fellow.
Redbeard, not Bluebeard, not Graybeard.
Oh no, Red Hammer. Sorry, his name is Dungan.
You must like to make things.
Oh yes, quite indeed, I do.
What do you make?
Well, I would say my greatest achievement thus far is my Steel Defender Faraday, though I'm quite good at making weapons that destroy. They're not always conducive in normal times. Contraptions.
Well, if you destroy it, you can just rebuild it.
Precisely. And, the infrastructure in most of these towns are quite shoddy. I don't think they know the basic geometry. But I make contraptions to help people, strengthen armor, make carts more... the circular wheel? My idea. I know. She's now, just fucking bullshitting, but...
Have you, how many worlds have you built?
How many worlds? You can create...
3? 4?
Worlds. Hold on. Worlds that she's created? I don't think she's created any worlds. This is
I would imagine not.
Have you... Well, I mean, to create a planet is... Wait, have you created worlds?
Oh well, I don't want to brag. I mean, you're doing a good job with those carts, and
No. But could you teach me? I mean, clearly. I mean, look at your magnificence. If your talent is anything like your armor, I'm sure to be impressed.
I can't help but feel like you're mortal. Are you mortal?
Maybe half.
Half mortal. Okay.
My body might be mortal one day, but my spirit is indomitable. I promise you that.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. What if I don't teach you how to make worlds, but I like you. I don't know how you got here. I don't know why you're here. Why are you here?
I've been asking myself that question for over 200 years and still haven't figured it out quite yet, but why are you here?
Well, I make. I can't stop making. I don't know how to not make. I make it all. I make trees. I make castles. I make worlds.
In Dwarven, she's going to repeat, "What is your name again, friend?"
Oh, are you Dwarven?
No, but I know Dwarvish and Elvish and Common and Sylvan and Orcish.
He kind of shuffles on his feet.
Oh, you know the old language. Very good. I don't know what's going on here, but there's something to you. Maybe I should be cautious of you. Maybe you've come to steal my flame. But I don't know, there's something about you that seems different. Those mortals out there, they don't care about building. They just want to tear it down, break things, and take things instead of building them with their own hands. And you know the old language.
I do, and I understand and she's going to keep talking in Dwarven. I understand the beauty of creation. You put a part of yourself in everything that you do. I mean, I don't have any children, but I imagine it must be somewhat similar. You get to live through these projects, through the effects it has on people.
You could always marry a good dwarf. I'm just going to throw that out there. You could have a lot of kids, and maybe they'll grow up with those tiny hands, and those tiny hands will get bigger. And then they'll make things too. What's your favorite thing to make?
Things that are useful to people or make them feel safe.
I'll keep that in mind. What's your name again?
A little flourish of a bow. My name is Ethelfled Redstone.
Ethelfled Redstone. Let everyone hear. She builds things. There's nobody in the vicinity, but he kind of cups his mouth as he says it.
Here! I am a creator of objects! And so are you, giant flaming head, sir.
Throw me that hammer.
Okay.
Let's make that better.
She's gonna chuck it up at him, I guess.
It certainly falls short.
Yeah,
It does not.
try. Okay.
Faraday picks it up and throws it. It doesn't quite reach it, and he kind of rolls his eyes, not so much at you, but perhaps at himself for being so daft. And he says, don't worry about it. And he reaches out a hand, and the hammer flies towards him. And he just holds it for a moment, kind of looks at it. He puts the flame in his head. Not his entire head, but it's like the flame on his head.
Like a tip.
And he pulls it out. And he says,
Do you think I'm tall?
I think you're the tallest person I've ever had the pleasure of meeting.
Maybe I should talk to mortals more. Everyone always tells me I'm short.
And who says that?
Well, I've got a lot of people that cause a lot of problems. And they all think I'm the short one. But not today. You think I'm tall. And I want you to think you're tall.
and the hammer floats back towards you and kind of sits in front of you, hovering in the air.
Ethelfled reaches out with her left hand and grabs it around the pommel. or the handle, whatever.
Ethelfled. She makes things. And then, once again, the darkness envelops you. Now, Tarlin,
Yes.
you are also surrounded in this darkness, amidst this strange conflict with this half-ogre and this dragon. You find yourself here. Oh no. There we go. That was the last one. So you find yourself in this beautiful hallway. Above you, you see trees. What is surprising to you is they're kind of blowing in the wind, even though they look to be painted onto the wall. You look outside and you can see a large city, and surrounding you are statues. You don't see anything, but you hear a voice in your head. Tarlin. Tarlin.
Yes. He kind of looks around. I'm here. He seems a little like at a loss for words as he's looking around.
I must confess there are many things at war right now. Not just these armies. You seem confused.
Confused? What do you mean?
You seem to cherish life, but you also cherish death. How is that not confusing?
Everyone kind of smiles a little bit and is like, well, when you've seen one sec.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. He's like, he thinks for a moment, he's like, when you've seen as much sorrow and joy,
Say that one more time.
he's like, sorry. He's like, when you've seen so much sorrow and joy from the passing of someone, both, it is confusing.
And you also pray to the moon. Why?
He thinks for a moment and says, I don't know. I've followed my order's teachings and learned as much as I have. The only thing I have faith in is Solinari and the cycle.
Someone has been courting you. Someone who cherishes death. You've had flashbacks and visions, have you not?
He nods, not even thinking about the fact that, there isn't anyone around to see him. He just kind of nods for a second and then shakes his head. Just, yes, showing endless fields of the dead. And dark, undead.
If
Kind of. Go ahead.
no, good.
He kind of he shudders for a moment and just like this. There's never what I would want.
He will offer you power. Will you take it?
It is not power I seek, just the ability to comfort those that need it most.
You will be tested.
Tarlin nods and just. My order has tested me my whole life. Life is but a series of tests. I have yet to fail.
Yet. You are now surrounded by darkness once again. And at that moment, after you've talked to these strange figures, you're once again surrounded by the crackling fire of Ignia, as her gaze is fixed on all of you. You can see that Grigoris is staring down Cudgel. There is a smoke elemental that is peering at all of you, but you can tell that it is almost shielding Grigoris. Cudgel and Becklin are cowering. Tarlin has instructed them to get behind the party. And we've all rolled initiative. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to be in combat. But first, I would like to tell you guys what your new abilities are.
Ooh.
Juicy.
I know. I wonder, like, it makes me feel like we tapped into another world or something.
Right.
You guys.
So, April Flip, you are holding this hammer that has been blessed by the fire of a benevolent being of some sort that you have bonded with over making things. This is your new ability. You can use it once per long rest. I have posted it in Discord, but I can read it out loud. Enlarge. Homebrew version. The target size doubles in all dimensions, and its weight is multiplied by 8. This growth increases its size by 1 category. If there isn't enough room for the target to double its size, the creature or object attains the maximum possible size in the space available. Until the spell ends, the target has advantage on strength checks and saving throws, but disadvantage on dexterity checks and saving throws. Until the spell ends, the target rolls their weapon's damage dice 1 additional time for each size the weapons have grown above medium. For example, an arrow would would deal an extra 2d8 on hit, and a large-sized greatsword will deal 4d6 damage on hit. You can use that once per long rest. For Calixto, you come to and you feel that your presence is able to be enhanced, not necessarily in a sense of not necessarily in a sense of size, not necessarily in a sense of aura, but in a quantity over quality sort of way. And in the theme of endurance, you have been gifted once per long rest. You can channel your armor, your Solemnic Knight armor, and you can cast haste.
Whoa. Cool.
Charlie,
Yes.
you have talked to a benevolent figure who did not appear, who instructed you that, or informed you that you would be tested and that you are being courted, and that this figure will grant you exorbitant power. But your answers pleased this entity. You are able to utilize the power of good magic in a strangely offensive way, and you can cast Fireball once per long rest.
Ooh, that's awesome. I'm gonna add that to my spell book.
So you have discussed with these various things a handful of different items. Calixto, you were asked about what wins a war. Aethelflid, you discussed creation with a creature who will now give you the ability to grow much, much larger. And then Tarlin, you discussed with some unseen, unnamed figure your potential seduction. But your answers were wholesome and pure, and you have been given the ability to protect life through fire. And that brings us to the fire elemental, or the smoke elemental. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back in 5, so 8:15 Central, and then we will see how the fuck this plays out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So our party has been tasked with trying to make the city surrender to the dragon army. You have been told to kill each other, and now you've been told you have to kill this half ogre. You watch this crazy, weird moment where smoke billowed out of these dying men and coagulated in front of you as if to protect this half ogre menace. You have also spoken to various deities of a variety of sort, and you have now been imbued with these new abilities. With that having been said, first act is going to be the smoke elemental, who will go right here to Cudgel Iron Smile, and will attack.
Should we have killed these guys? Man, if they're just gonna die, I hope not.
Okay. 9 damage to Cudgel. And that will end the smoke's turn. From there, it will be Quickors, who is going to run up on Cudgel. And it's going to hit for 13 damage. That's going to put it on Becklin, who is going to attempt to move away. We'll take an opportunity attack. One sec. Does not hit. Okay. Now it's on Aethelflid.
It's the ogre and the elemental. Let's see.
That's correct.
I am just going to, I think for now, just do some regular old attacking to see what we can do. So I'm going to throw my spear at it.
Okay.
And then I'll have Faraday as a bonus action run at it and attack it as well.
Okay. Roll it up.
Let's see here.
This is the elemental.
Whatever is closest to me, in front of me. This guy.
That'd be Gregoris.
Yes.
24 definitely hits. Roll that damage.
Okay, where'd the freaking screen? There we go.
Okay. Gregoris takes 7 points of damage.
And then Faraday. Shit, hold on. Sorry, I should have that ready. Oh, I need to make a button for him so I can just.
That's how I feel about every NPC.
Right. Okay. Bringing up the stats right now. 1d8. Okay. My spell attack modifier. Which is intelligence. Okay, this is for Faraday to hit.
That definitely hits.
And this will be force damage. Plus PB. What is PB?
TB.
PB?
Player's Handbook.
Like peanut butter? PB?
TB.
Proficiency bonus.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Sorry, I realized I said it like twice while I was muted.
What is PB?
PB and
Something I can't have or I'll die. No.
I used to feel really bad when I bring peanut M&Ms over. It's like, oh, sorry.
Dude, honestly, now it's like a mournful sigh because I'm like, man, I used to be able to eat those.
What is P? Okay, PB. God knows. Okay, so 4 damage. Very good. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's all I can do. I will move ever so slow. I'll move like just a touch closer.
It is now on the Calixto Carlisle.
Okay. I am going to cast haste on myself immediately.
Okay.
And stepping
Yeah.
atop this fence, my voice booms over the battlefield, and I roar at the top of my lungs. Brace yourselves, warriors of Kryn. Embrace your deaths. And if this be our final moment, then fill your lungs with thunder and drink them in as they crumble. And I'm going to maneuver around the two of them here, and drawing Matute in my main hand, such that I'm now like dual wielding essentially. I am going to strike this ghost here, this elemental, with both. Oh, I would like, if I can, to like make that RP moment my inspiring leader feat. To inspire everybody here.
Absolutely, yes.
That's cool.
Okay, gives everybody 5 temp HP. And inspires you, fills you with fucking bloodlust.
Build things!
Build things, kill things. Okay. Roll up that sweet, sweet damage.
Alright, I am going to
Sweet,
make
sweet.
this a precise strike for advantage.
Fuck yeah.
And add an additional 8 to my attack. So roll this at advantage here.
Good God.
So
Holy shit, bro.
So that is going to deal 19 damage with my main hand.
Gives you sneak, right?
Oh, I didn't add any damage. Oh shit! I forgot to for this. All right, let me. I was less than 8. Okay, perfect. So I would do essentially 5 damage with my offer.
Okay. Plus sneak,
and
right?
an 11. I was definitely not sneaky.
Well, don't you have
sneak.
advantage on the attack? So with finesse weapons, so you get. Don't you get sneak attack?
I do have sneak attack, but my allies. Well, unless this person counts as an ally.
Homie's
You
flank,
have
dude.
precise strike. Precise strike gives you advantage.
Yeah,
so
you
you
got
straight up
advantage.
have advantage.
That's right. Okay, then yeah. I'll add.
You get it like twice. You're flanking
I'll
and
add 1.
Yeah, bro.
So I'll add my 1 damage to that.
Yeah, get him.
So I rolled a total of 6 plus 19. 25 damage.
Nice. 25 damage. Okay. Pretty good.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm
Alright.
hasted. Never mind.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Oh shit, my apologies. Okay, yeah.
There you go.
Then I will definitely roll one more time and whiff. Unless a 9 hits.
Don't you,
Nine.
don't you have? Okay.
But you have advantage.
Yeah, you have
I
advantage
have advantage on this one. Okay.
on all of them. Yeah. Oh.
Flanked.
Oh, okay. Then I will deal 9 damage.
You get your focus on the second main hand.
Oh, I forgot. I haven't focused yet. I need to do that as my bonus action, though.
Fair enough. Okay, so that was 25 plus something else?
9.
25 plus 9.
Okay.
34.
And I will focus as my bonus action.
Nice. Okay, that's pretty good. Anything else?
That's it. That's my turn.
Well, Cudgel Iron Smile is fighting for her life. 12 does not hit. Oh, but Calixto is flanking. So, Cudgel does get the 17. Fucking 12 damage. Okay.
Nice.
Very nice.
So we're all flanking each other.
Right? Yeah.
That's
All right.
Yeah.
And it's on turn.
All right. I'm going to look at them and wither and bloom. So they
Nice.
have a DC 14, and I'm going to give Cudgel the hit dice to regain plus my spellcasting mod of 4. So it's hit dice plus 4 that they regain.
Nice. Very
Yes.
nice. And then DC 14.
DC 14, con save for half. Looks like it's 10 damage to both. It's going to be both. It's a 10-foot circle, so it's going to cover both Rigoris and the Elemental.
Okay.
That's
Grigoris gets a 17 on his
Yeah.
con save, which I will also say they've done a phenomenal job of innovating how you do a save for like somebody they know will be in a fight. Like
Yeah.
Roll20 definitely set it up well because you can like they just have a save button and you can just
Mhm.
it has a little S list. You just
Nice.
pick- you just pick which save you want to fuck with. So that's pretty good.
That is good.
Now the character sheet I have is not that good.
So he does take. He just takes 5 then.
Nice. Okay. And then con save.
Yes, con save. Con save.
Okay, so max damage on the elemental.
Mm-hmm.
How much
That's
damage
gonna
was that?
10.
10.
10. Yeah.
Very nice.
And then yeah, Cudgel will get a nice little heal too.
Everyone roll an insight check.
Insight. Okay. Boop boop boop. okay at those. 15.
There we go. Okay, so you all notice this. So, Tarlin, you are able to inflict damage with necrotic energy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, these previous strikes with steel, you've noticed that the creature took damage. As you've watched it take more damage, you realize it responded a little bit more to the necrotic damage than it had previously. It's not quite reeling because it doesn't have like a true form, but it definitely looks more impacted. Like you see patches of smoke just kind of like evaporate
away. Cool. Excellent.
What else would you like?
I am going to use my bonus action to so I'm gonna use 5 feet of movement to just step right here, and then touch use my bonus action to touch Ethelfled and give an ice dragon's breath. So I will go ahead. Whenever you're ready to cast it, let me know. But I will go ahead and drop that in chat so you have it.
Go over that one more time.
I'm using my bonus action to cast Dragon's Breath on Ethelfled.
Okay.
Who can then use their action to breathe to breathe it.
Well, that's a good friend right there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice. That's very cool.
All right, so that ends my turn.
Okay. Everyone roll initiative. Let me clear this up.
Let me see. Oops.
Oof.
I know.
Let me see.
You hate to see it.
What's my +0 initiative right now? What did I roll? A 10!
We're all bad at Dex. We all get like 2
Yeah.
0.
I know. Well, don't you have haste right now? Don't you have like a +5 because of haste?
Does that give you a +5?
Or doesn't initiative give you, or haste give you initiative bonus?
Oh.
Okay,
Let me check. You get... No, okay. Well, okay, it says advantage on dexterity saving throws, so I guess no.
I do get 2 AC, which I didn't know.
Yeah, 2 AC. That's pretty good, too.
That's fucking fantastic. That's the shield I'm
Because
not
you're so
using.
fast, like dodgy or some shit.
This is why I wish the buckler still existed, so you could dual wield and still have a freaking little +1 shield on your arm. 3.5 was janky like that. So much crunch.
So his name is Gregorius? Is that right?
Rigorous.
Okay, so I think initiative's right, but if any of your initiative's wrong, let me know.
It looks
I didn't check.
correct.
Everyone's looking.
I mean, it looks good to me. I didn't...
Okay. So Gregorius is up. Calixto. He turns his attention from Cudgel, and now this half-ogre Gregorius is staring you down, fuming. He heaves his battle axe at you and swings. Ooh, he does... Well, he has advantage, but he still doesn't hit it. He misses. So while it's not a mechanical thing, this armor is now helping you move around more nimbly, and you are able to just kind of zip out of the way. And he misses. For a bonus action, he is going to try to shove you.
Ooh, let's go.
Because I've been playing a lot of BG3.
22.
Right.
Oh yeah, he whiffs. He was hard. So not only do you move out of the way as he swings his battle axe down on you. He tries to push you, and you resist. You kind of buck him back.
Can I headbutt him in the face for flavor? Not as an attack, just for flavor.
Sure.
Nice. Makes me feel good.
Roll athletics. Okay. Yeah, you connect. It is physical, but it's more intimidating than anything for him. And you start to see something you've seen in the face of many of your former enemies. Fear. And that brings it to your turn.
Okay. My attention redirected from this elemental to this ogre who's taking me on, this half ogre here. I am going to slide to the side on my knees, prompting an attack of opportunity from this elemental.
Yes, you will.
At disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Thank you, Dragonlance.
Isa!
Wow.
Kaylee just copied
24 to
that.
hit.
Jesus.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, nope. That's definitely a 24, man.
Hey, I'll take the 24. That's okay.
So you take 13 damage.
What kind of damage?
So 7 is fire damage, and 6 is... That's actually an interesting thing. We'll say it's force damage.
Ow.
That don't feel good. Good.
Right?
Okay, well, having
Force damage hurts.
fucking blasted, I will. Oh, you know what? I have to make a con save on top of that.
Why is that?
To concentrate.
Oh, right.
Oh, I lost my haste. Okay. So if the damage is less than 10, it's a DC 10, so I fucking. So that's okay. So all the same, I'm gonna fucking slide away as I take on this ogre, and I'm going to hack specifically at this ogre's knees. What kind of armor is this half ogre wearing?
He's wearing light armor. Light leather armor.
Yes, okay, so I'm going to take the bright blade and I'm going to, as I slide, I'm going to slice at the side of the ogre's knees, going for his tendon. His ligament that holds his knee together on the side.
Roll to hit.
And I'm going to make it a precise strike on top of that.
Ooh.
For advantage +2. So...
Wow.
Nice.
12 damage +3, so 15 damage.
That's pretty good. All of that was slashing or piercing.
That was the bright blade, so that was slashing, hacking at the side of his knee with this one. As I do my action slide.
Roll a d10. Okay, 3. Okay. So he winces as you slash away at his knee, and he is clearly hobbled to some degree. He winces in pain. You feel like you have probably succeeded in your goal of debilitating him to some degree.
Okay. I realize I actually rolled my 2D there, so that was actually, I guess, my main attack. So I guess now I will follow that up. Standing to my feet, I will pierce upward with the bright blade. Oh, god damn it.
Sounds good.
Let's see.
Right. Hiya.
It's less than 5. Okay, so I'll do
That's certainly
5 or 3 damage with the bright blade.
Okay.
Plus my 2 focus. So 5 damage total.
All right. Very good, very good. What else would you like to do?
That will be my turn. Those are both my attacks.
Okay, it's hard.
Mm-hmm. So I am going to let's see. You know what? I'm gonna take care of my dudes, and I am going to reach out and cure wounds on blah, 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 Callisto.
Okay.
So let me 1d8. Are we using the new healing rules or the old healing rules? I can't remember. Did we decide on that?
We're using the super rules.
Okay, yeah, the doubled. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
It's very obvious.
8 plus 3. So you heal 12 to Callisto.
Oh,
Nice.
shit.
As I call out to Solinari and touch you, and boop,
Big fucking
you
yes.
get a big old heal.
Very much appreciated.
And that I think is all I can do this turn. Yes.
Okay. So it's going to be on the old elemental, who is going to enter your space, Tarlin.
Oh,
Say it's technically on top of you.
yeah.
Could you roll a Constitution saving throw?
Sure. And what is inspiration is a extra die on that, right?
You.
Or do you re-roll?
Yeah, I think reroll.
Okay.
Baldur's Gate rules.
Okay, let's go.
All I know is Baldur's Gate. So I was like, shut up.
Failed. Failed. Okay, so there's my inspiration.
Okay, you take 4 damage.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Okay. So this is a different type of darkness than what you had seen previously. Before it was almost mystical, as if you were in another world. Now your eyes are watering, and you are blinded. It's a blinded condition.
Okay.
And that will be the end of the element's turn. Then it's on old Cudgel here, who kind of looks at you funny, Tarlin, because you are surrounded in this smoke elemental at the moment. So it seems impractical. Like she kind of like almost swings in a way where she's like trying not to hit you and aiming that, and none of it makes sense. So she goes for her former mercenary companion, the half ogre.
I don't know what symbol to use, so I put the ninja mask on my character.
Ninja masks are always cool. All right. Force taking some damage, and Aethelflaed is on you.
Well, seeing as I got this gift from my friend, I'm going to use it on the orc.
You get a 15-foot cone
Ooh.
of cold damage.
Is it specifically cold, or do I get to choose?
Yeah, I chose cold when I cast it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout a warning, I guess. Cudgel or whomever. Pretty new at this. Watch out, and I'm gonna cast it. And
By all means.
That is a dex save.
We'll say that you position it in a way where Cudgel's unharmed. Like you are mindful.
okay, I'll move like just out of like whatever the range
I'll
is.
take.
Yeah, you are constantly working with schematics, blueprints, angles, things like that. So in your technical mind, you are able to find the perfect vertex for your cone so that you will not harm Cudgel.
Then let's see, where was that thing again? What is it?
It's a
3d6, and it's a dex save for this.
for old Gregorius.
It'll cost
Dude,
a little
this
bit.
the save button is so good.
And that'll be my save, so 14, I believe. Yeah, 14.
So then just what, 3d6?
Yeah, go ahead and roll 3d6.
And this will be the cold damage.
A mighty roll.
Nice. 12
And
damage.
then as a bonus action, I will just have Faraday attack once more.
By all means.
$21 to hit.
21 hits.
Oop, 1d fucking shit. Yeah. I tried to make macros and I fucked them up, and so I was like, I'll go back and do this later, and I've never done it since.
Well, I thought you made buttons for all of you guys, and it's just buttons only I can use. Like they're all at the bottom of my screen, and it just goes forever.
Yeah, I had them before. I was thinking of like going on to a different game and then just copy pasting whatever I had in that one. 'Cause I don't know what I fucking did, but okay, 1d8 plus P. Okay. 1d8 plus 2. My god. 1 damage. Additional 1 damage.
With a +2?
You kind of rolled it weird, so it's roll it. Try that again.
Yeah.
1d8 plus 2. Yeah, that was.
Math isn't mathing.
I'm not good at math. There we go. That's good shit. No, I'm not good at math, but I'm pretty sure that's.
That seems a little not weird.
Okay, I'm going to be a responsible adult. I'm going to clear all of the initiative, and let's roll initiative.
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Ugh.
Max damage. Good shit.
Okay. Let me do Hook. Okay. So, Tarlin, the smoke elemental has infiltrated your lungs. You are currently blinded.
Mm-hmm.
While this is happening, it is going to swing at Calixto. It's a 19 to hit.
I believe, yes, that does hit.
So disadvantage or
Oh, that's
deflect
right.
attack.
That's
True.
It imposes disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a miss.
So it definitely doesn't hit. What it will do is moved from Tarlin over to you, Calixto. And I need you to roll a 15 DC con save.
Come on, Calixto. Let's go.
Nice. Okay. So it consumes your space, but you can hear in the back of your mind your own words. You will not stop. You will not stop. You will not stop. And you're able to will yourself from tearing up and kind of slash in the air and break up this elemental just enough to not be blinded.
Let's go. Okay.
And it's on April Fool. Eighth flip.
I think this time I'm gonna not Faraday. I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic. What is it?
Ooh, Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Yep. It's a deck save. Let me look up the details. But I want to cast it at the ogre. Not the ogre, the orc.
I have a button. I can
I
press
love
for you.
that. That was so quick.
That is so quick.
He fails like a motherfucker.
That's mine, but
Show me that damage.
Tasha's Caustic Brew is there it is. You can see the spell description. It's 2d4 acid damage, deck save.
Yeah, my dex is 14, or my spell save is 14. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he failed. You rolled a 3.
Woo 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 woo.
Roll up that damage.
Taking that damage every turn. Ow.
Yeah, you guys were mowing this guy.
4. Oh, it's just a straight roll.
Okay.
Why does... Oh, that's why I didn't set my spellcasting ability. Derp derp.
Wait a minute. It's just the 2d4, right, for acid?
Yeah, it's 2d4. 2d4 every turn.
Ooh, okay, well, there we are. And then bonus action, I will have Faraday attack as well.
Nice. Roll it up.
To hit. Ooh, 11.
That's not hit, unfortunately.
Oh, man, and that's it.
Does Faraday have advantage? Question mark?
Ooh, you're right. Roll it up.
Oh. Good call.
Blinking for days.
Well,
Well, we're confirming these double rolls here.
worth a shot.
You're not wrong.
No.
So unfortunately, Faraday does not hit. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope. Nope, that's the end. That's it. That's all I can do.
Okay. Calixto.
Okay, so having resisted this thing, this cloud about me, I sort of drag myself back into my being, and I'm going to howl into the sky like a half-crazed, frenzied animal. And I say, "They crumble before us! Crush them!" And I'm going to kick the side of this fucking ogre's knee, and I'm going to knock him prone.
Nice.
Oh shit, maybe not. It's a terrible roll.
String save?
Athletics check.
Okay. He's in good shape. He's still very hobbled.
Okay, no sweat. And then I'm going to attack him with my offhand.
He doesn't quite hit.
Dang. Okay. That's
You wouldn't have advantage on the attack?
Oh, he totally would.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice, good call.
Hey,
Okay,
never mind.
just wasn't meant to be.
That's how it goes.
Good try.
That's how it goes.
Okay.
Swing wildly about.
Anything else you'd like to do?
That's my turn.
Okay, so Calixto, you did not experience the blindness that Tarlin did. Your eyes did not swell. You rallied yourself and you gave a great war cry. You did not hit your target, unfortunately, because you were surrounded by this smoke, we'll say. That is when Gregoris falls to his knees. You can see what appear to be tears welling in his eyes. Calixto, he looks directly at you. And he says, "I'm sorry. Please spare me. I'll do anything." And grovels before you.
Am I able to do anything about it?
You can't necessarily act in a combat sense, but you can respond if you'd like.
I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted and frenzied. And if I can't do anything, that's all I really. It's on my face.
He puts his weapon down on the ground. He surrenders before you. Now you guys can act if you'd like.
Ethelflaed is going to spare a glance at the dragon to see if there's a reaction at all upon hearing this from the orc.
Roll inside.
Because this would be a good opportunity to kill somebody for her. 12.
It doesn't look displeased.
As Ethelflaed asks in Orcish. Be honest.
Yeah, can I insight the ogre? Because that seems like really weird that he's just surrendering.
Yeah. And Ethelflaed asks in Orcish, like, if he would have spared them, like, were the rules reversed, and she wants, like, the honest answer.
Okay. So, Eddie, if you want to roll up that insight, by all means, wait for that.
Sure.
Nice.
22. Nice.
Nice.
So as you're examining him, you do notice that there's a wet patch in his crotch region. This is genuine fear. He looks over to Aethelflaed. Says, please spare me. Please spare me. At this point,
And then she'll repeat in Orcish, are you a dimwit or what? Is your brain cells diluted down by your blood? Answer the question. Would you have spared us?
He kind of looks at you, Calixto. Tarlin looks at you. Stares at Cudgel for just a moment. Looks at Ignia.
You're running out of time, orc.
I would not have spared you. And he looks at you, Aethelflaed, and locks eyes.
In common, Ethelflaed will just say out loud, we should kill him.
In probably the closest thing draconic that anyone could speak here, like he obviously learned it and has his pronunciation only from having learned it from a book. So very terrible. His accent's atrocious, but he looks over at the dragon. What say you?
Kill him. Hurt him. Do not spare him. And he looks at all of you and shakes his head. No.
Yes. Could let you live if you prefer being a subject specimen for all my intrigue. Would you like to be poked and prodded and experimented on? Preferable to death?
I'm just curious. Has he cleaned the acid off of himself? Or is he still just like sizzling over here? Is he sizzling over here?
That's a good point. So he is definitely writhing in pain and like throwing it off of his flesh as this is all going on.
Yeah, but he always. Yeah, I was going to say all he has to do is take an action to do that, and he can clean
he took another 12 points of damage during all of
Jesus.
that.
Ow. Oh, good God. I feel bad now for asking that question. You poor thing. Are you okay? No, I'm kidding.
Amy, don't kill me.
He just keeps like as he was washing this acid off his body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus.
You've been asked to kill him. It's very doable.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't want to do things that this dragon wants us to do.
Get that.
This elemental though it's just standing here. It's just chilling now.
Yeah, he's not doing anything.
Am I still blinded, or do I need to make another save?
No, you're good. No, it
Okay.
actually ends on the end of your turn as long as it's not in your space. At the end.
Oh, dope, cool. He kind of looks at the elemental and looks at the ogre. He's like, I feel as though your death will fuel that thing. And he looks at the elemental first, and I am going to I want to toll the dead the elemental. Which is gonna be
You're gonna attack the elemental.
I am gonna attack the elemental. I want it gone. Which I can actually did it roll the D12 would be 2 necrotic damage.
Okay. So you cast this spell, and as you do, this creature just kind of evaporates. I would like for you to roll insight.
Yes.
Okay. So as you do this, you cast a Toll the Dead spell, and this creature just kind of poofs out of existence. Then you look over at the dragon, Ignia, and you can see there's no fear. It's cat and mouse, but
Yeah.
it's the point where the cat has the mouse, is just playing with it. It's just like toying with it, and that's the impression you get, that this is a much more powerful entity who has no reason to fear you.
Oh no!
Just said like, yeah, we don't need that thing. It's fine.
That's. I mean, that's. I know that I can't do anything about the dragon, but I was like, I could do something about the little elemental there, and just didn't want. If we do decide to kill this ogre, I didn't want more smoke and more bigger elemental later, because that just seems like harder to deal with. But he kind of Tarlin looks at Kalisto. What shall we do? Yes.
I'll consider it.
Oh, let me think about this. Okay.
I'm not gonna. Yeah.
So my character's focus has dissolved into full-on rage.
Yeah.
You can see, looking at Calixto's face, that he is not currently reasonable,
Yeah.
and he is furious with this like half ogre who's like begging for his life here.
Yeah.
Calixto is out for blood.
He sees this look and says, "Well, you were clearly promised a challenge. This creature has not lived up to his word."
Yeah. You can tell,
Yeah.
looking at Calixto, that I am about to execute this thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
He Tarlin kind of turns his back and shepherds what's his name? This dude? That guy? Is that the townsman? I thought that was good blah blah blah. The dude.
That's Cudgel Ironspot.
Cudgel. Yeah, I'm gonna beckon Cudgel and the townsman away, like toward Beckland. Like, you know.
They do it.
Just turn his Tarlin's gonna turn his back on the ogre as a symbolic answer to what he's saying. He's like, you know, if you're gonna kill him, do it.
He wouldn't have sped
The cycle the cycle is kind to no one.
Are we out of combat? Like, I'm fucking gonna kill this guy. Like,
I know you're gonna kill that guy. I know you're gonna kill that guy. I am
Okay.
basically like, if you gonna kill him. Do your thing.
Charlotte, I will say, you do see Calixto is about to kill this half ogre. If you
Mhm.
wanted to try to stop him by some means, you certainly could try to. Otherwise,
going to.
this half ogre is fucking dead.
I turned my back on the ogre. That was my symbolic answer to that. Was I am your fate's sealed, buddy.
Hunter, how does Calixto do this?
Okay, so Calixto drops low and bringing in an armored elbow. I'm going to crush in the side of his ribs, right? And then grabbing my bright blade with both hands, I'm going to twist back upwards and lop off the head of this half ogre. So we sort of drop low and swing back up.
And it
The rib hit bends over the head, right, so that you can just.
Yes.
Tarlin, you just hear as you're not facing it, but you certainly do hear the sounds of this. Eighth Flit, you're watching, right?
I unceremoniously walked over to the head and, grabbing it by its lower jaw, thrust it into the sky victoriously. And just like, whoa!
Are you a conquest pally?
I might be.
That was more.
claiming the head, I'm going to hop over this fence and walk over this way and throw it on the ground before this dragon,
Roll
drenched
inside.
in half ogre blood.
Okay.
Tarlin is gonna, you know, after the other people, he's gonna turn back to watch that, and you know.
I like all of you so much. There's so much potential here. I will let you live. But under one condition. You will go to the city and you will tell them everything you've seen. You'll tell them that just over the hill, we have 200 soldiers ready to pounce. You'll tell them about me. You'll tell them about the smoke and the flame. Let me ask you this as a parting gift for such an eloquent display. What is more dangerous? A death of chaos or a death of silence? And the flames die down. She laughs. And she departs. And that is the end of our session.
Damn.
Damn.
Shit.
That was good.
Shit.
That was good. So good.
The drama.
I know. I was. Oh. Hey, I'll be honest though. I took the damage from the ice breath because I did fail that save, so I was at 8 HP. I am the squish.
Dude, your
I
spells
appreciate
are
it.
clutch. This is a great session.
I'm like low-key worried that like one day Tarlin is not gonna like our actions and like it's gonna like fuck with the party or something.
Principles.
Seriously.
It's an
interesting. I feel like we
interesting.
all saw our principles.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting. I mean, you guys really dug deep in this one. Like, you were asked a lot of very poignant questions about your characters, and you guys all have great RP and displayed the exact same characteristics that you had professed were true. It was pretty awesome to watch.
That was a good
Right?
set. It was
Like
awesome.
in retrospect, I realized enlargement could totally help with building things, but like initially I was like, oh my god, Mecha Godzilla, here we come.
Right? Yeah.
You can do all kinds of crazy shit with that.
I'm all about Mechagodzilla. That sounds
Oh, yeah,
fucking
dude.
awesome.
Like your answers definitely impacted what you guys got, but I handpicked like a little list of stuff, and depending on your answer, though, like okay, well that kind of fits. So there's definitely like tailor made, like handpicked, where I was like, oh, that's on flavor, that's on flavor. So I was hoping you would like make a Mecha Godzilla or something.
It would have been fun to do the enlarged Faraday.
It's
Oh,
on the
I know.
table.
It's definitely gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that fucking guy was gonna execute us. And then,
Oh yeah.
the fucker was like, I'm sorry, don't go.
Well, he was well outmatched.
That was a. I burned what 2 out of my 3 level 2 spell slots.
Dude, you really handled this fight quite well for us. Like, I was able to survive basically because of your shit.
I got that about to use the rest of my spell slots on the cure wounds that I can use now. I think I'm gonna open next session with an augury.
Word.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's gonna be
Well, speaking of next session, I'm out of town next Wednesday.
okay.